Welcome back to the Plan With Me series. We are going to be talking about February 2026 today. Last month, we went through January, obviously, and we talked a little about the planner, how it works, why I love it. This is my get out of my head onto paper, my plans, my goals, my marketing focus. It all goes in here. That's step one of my planning system. Step two is what we're going to talk about this month, and that is the foundational planning spreadsheet. So I'm going to show that to you, show you how I use it, all the fun stuff that goes along with it. And we'll talk a little bit about content ideas for February. I'd love it if you would leave comments down below or message me, share your questions, your ideas, your thoughts about planning. How can I help you? That is what I'm trying to say. My brain, I'm just getting off vacation. I got another one coming up really soon. My brain's not working right. Please forgive me. So what I'm saying is I would love it if you would share in the comments any questions you might have, any way that I can support you in these planning videos. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Like I said, last month we talked about the planner, which is beautiful, but you do not need to have this planner in order to follow along in these videos or to plan your content. Just like you don't need the spreadsheet I'm going to show you, you just really need to have a system, which is what I want you to get out of this more than anything. What is your system? Planning is so important to our success, to our consistency, and that goes for more than just your marketing, right? So we jump in. I've already kind of started the February. This is the first step. I have planned out my personal goals. I have planned out my business goals. I've got my focus. I've got my key dates. All of that is figured out here. The next step is to bring that information into the mindset of planning my content and bring that into my foundational planner, which I want to show you today. So okay, this is the foundational planning spreadsheet that I use every month. It is my resource, my tool. I use it with myself, I use it with my clients. It is amazing, if I do say so myself. But the foundation of it, no pun intended, is that I have a repeatable system. So all of these boxes feed the weeks over here. So you'll see if I come into here onto Saturday and I type in here, it fills out the first Saturday of every month. Did not spell that right. It's not staying. It's okay. All right. So I fill this in. I set my goals, and this is done at the beginning, technically the end of every year. I start setting up my plan. Now, one of the things that we are talking about in the Plan Dippity Doers community this month is batch creation. And this is super powerful. We're going to be talking about how to do it, why to do it, the tools to use, different techniques, all of those things. I'm going to be answering questions on how to make it work, all of that fun stuff. I love that there's a huge typo in here and I'm just now noticing it. It's okay. Um, it's okay. Anyway, so I'm going to be teaching about batch creation. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you now is one of the ways I stay sane is by batch creating. So hold on a second. I want to look you in the eyes and talk to you about this. So batch creation is so important because it saves me time and energy. My entire evergreen content plan is batched out through the end of the year and scheduled through May. So if life gets crazy, I have something going out. If life gets nutsos, I don't have to worry about is my marketing falling off because there's stuff scheduled. Now, each month I am planning my marketing focus, my personal goals, events that have come up, speaking things, and you can't always plan ahead for that. So that is where the spreadsheet comes in, and that is what I am planning. So all my evergreen content, which is a lot of my educational content, it is a lot of my sorry, I'm trying to record on two screens and there's an echo and it's driving me crazy. I apologize. Um, This is a real in the moment, guys. This is just what's happening. So, um, my educational content, my inspirational content, a lot of that stuff is already batched out. And so each month I am planning content based on this planner. And that means I'm going to come in here. I'm going to be looking at what I've got going on, my key dates, my goals, my focus, and I'm going to be filling this in. So I already did January, so we're just going to get rid of that. And I just like to highlight it and hide. If I can find that. There we go. Okay, so I'm working on this month. And I'm going to go in and I have my foundational plan and I'm going to change each one of these to be specific or more specific. Um, for example, the engagement tip from the monthly cheat sheet. This is a tool inside the content caboodle that members of Plan Divinity Doers get. This amazing tool is got the printable version of all the content caboodle prompts. It's got a monthly challenge, which this month is batch creation, and it talks about how to do it, some ideas on content that you can batch, what are some of the tools to use, things like that. There is content inspiration and suggestions. For example, in February, you might want to try, right now what's trending is like those point of view style call out type posts, right? And these work in video, they work in static posts. They can be funny, they can be sarcastic, they can be inspirational, whatever your brand vibe is. But by sharing a point of view, you make yourself extremely relatable. So think about that. Pull out a point of view. If you are planning to be do remember, I go into a lot more detail in that inside of the cheat sheet. So go ahead and pull that up and leverage that. There's also some fun national days in there that you can use. For example, February is Random Acts of Kindness Month and Black History Month. So either one of those might be something that will help you create content that your audience will love. But on my plan, it says video engagement tip from monthly cheat sheet. And yes, I realize that it is got a major typo in it, but that's okay. So the engagement habit for this month from the cheat sheet is to be intentional engagement. And inside the cheat sheet, there's a whole bunch of ways to save time, how to be clear with your purpose, tips on responding to messages and in comments. And so I would just create a video in here about that. And so I'm going to click on my spreadsheet and I'm going to type over what's there. Video. And I'm typing in just what my idea is to go with that. Then I may not have a specific one for this Plan Divinity Doer benefits. That's okay. The We Plan Wednesday is our Plan Divinity Doers weekly meetings. And so this is a real life in real time piece of content. I can't batch this out because I'm sharing something that's come up in the We Plan Wednesday meeting on the day. It may be a screenshot, it might be a video, it might be a picture of the member who shared it, but it could be a testimonial or a piece of wisdom that someone shared. It could be a lot of things, but I can't plan for this. So I just leave this here as a content thing. But on the 4th, I'm on vacation. So that's not what's going to be happening here. So I think what I'll do is a video and talk about building. All right, and I'm going to be traveling and I'm excited about that. So I'm just going to talk about, what I'm building and why I'm building it. That's what I'm going to be doing there. The carousel for national days is something I also don't want to batch out because national days are constantly being added. And I like to make this piece of content very tailored to my membership. So I'm giving them ideas that work in their niche. So we do that monthly and I'll just leave that there. I don't need any more of a prompt than that. Now, the video Canva bulk create one, I might have an idea on what I want to do with that. I've already got it in here. This is bulk create. Normally it's just a video Canva create, a Canva how to, but we're going to bulk create because that's what we're talking about this month. So I already plugged that in there. And then this one, the video myth busting is a post prompt from the content caboodle every month. And the ideas inside of the prompt in the Trello board are really good. And so I'm going to be leveraging that throughout the year each month. And I added that to my foundational planner. Okay. And then, so we've got another Canva how-to. The other thing I want to make sure is if you're looking, at my key dates, I have a marketing mastermind that happens in person in Brighton, and I want to make sure I'm sharing a behind the scenes. So I'm going to swap these two, and I'm going to do the carousel on Love Tuesday, and I'm going to do a behind the scenes of the marketing mastermind. Okay, and then change this to okay, so now I've gone in, and then the other thing is holidays. I don't do a lot of holidays in my stuff, but it is Valentine's Day on Saturday, and I might do a personal post with okay, so I've got that. That is step two. See how quick and easy that is? Because I already have a plan. I already have a prompt. My brain is already thinking about it because I went through and did my personal goals and my marketing focus. So it's really good to just do this all together. The next step is pulling it into the Trello board, and we will do that together next month. Okay. I'm Samantha with More Than Serendipity Visual Marketing, the founder of the Plandipity Doers, and I invite you to join me each month as we go through Plan with Me. Each month for the first quarter, I'm going to be walking through my planning system because I think it's important to have a planning system. So for me, part one, the planner, out of my head, onto paper. What are my goals? What are my focus? What am I trying to accomplish? That's got to happen. This little planner's got a whole bunch of other stuff you'd expect to be in a planner, but for the purpose of like my monthly, that this is super important. So that's step one. Step two, we talked about today. That's the foundational planner. That's getting my content to align with my goals. Who knew? Right? Step three is organizing that content plan into Trello so that I can find videos or photos or make them to go with the content that I want to create to support these goals. That's step three. Okay, so that's what we're going to go over next month. I would love to hear from you. What would be helpful for you? Sharing the system, awesome. Do you want more content ideas? Do you have questions about like what platforms to use? Any of those things, that's what I am here for. I am here to be your social media marketing guru, your go-to place so you can get answers quick and easy. If you're not already following me on social media, I would love to have you there. I am on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, but I'm mostly active on Instagram. So if you really want me, that's where to go. Anyway, come back and plan with me again next month. And until then, happy planning.